Hello, hello, everybody. Happy Friday night. Welcome to season 10 of Music Forward's Open Mic Fridays. I am your hostess with the mostest, Lydia Caesar, and I'm excited to be here. Listen, you all know outside is wide open. You could be anywhere in the world, but you have chosen to spend a small portion of your Friday evening with us, and we greatly appreciate that. We are bringing you the freshest new talent from around the globe. Do me a favor right now. The link that someone sent to you, text it to someone else, right? We want to fill this space up because something epic is about to happen tonight. So send that link off to somebody else so we can get people in this room. And thank you for joining us here on Twitch. Make sure that you subscribe to us on Twitch, Music Forward, right here on this platform so that you never miss out on the amazing things that we have going on. So before we get started, I want to tell you a little bit about Music Forward and Open Mic Fridays. I'm pretty sure one of these phenomenal artists sent you a link, and because you are the supportive human being that you are, you said, I'm going to tune in no matter what's going on. I'm just going to tune in because they asked me to. Well, now I'm going to tell you, what is it exactly you are tuned into? What is this? What is Music Forward anyway? Music Forward is an organization that connects young people from our communities directly to the music industry via career and artist development programming that is designed to transform young lives, to inspire careers, and to champion a more inclusive music industry. Listen, I'm a host, but I'm also a singer. I'm an artist first. I know firsthand how challenging this industry is to break into. So this is the artist. This is the industry. This is Music Forward, the bridge, bridging the gap, a very necessary organization. What is Open Mic Fridays? This event that you're here for, what is this? Is it an open mic? Can I get on the mic and sing? No. It's a little bit different than your traditional open mic. These artists that you're about to see have been vetted. We know exactly who's going to perform. And this is just a showcase. These are mostly newer, younger artists. They share their talents, they gain exposure. And what makes this a different open mic is that they get live feedback directly from industry experts with successful careers in music. I know I hate when I'm trying to do something and someone who's never done it tries to tell me what to do and what not to do. This is not that. We have two people here who have been there, done that. And after our artists perform, they're going to pour directly into them, giving them feedback, tips, and advice. So that is what you are tuned in for tonight. So let me just backtrack a little bit and get back to the lineup. I'm going to explain something to you because we're going to need some help from you, our audience. We're going to need you to chime in, all right? From tonight's lineup, we're going to be inviting back two performers for our final showcase that's going to take place at the end of this season, the end of the summer. Tonight's experts, they're going to pick their favorite after the show, and that will be our industry pick. The other artist is going to be chosen by you, the fans in the audience, the fan favorite. Make sure that you vote. There will be a link that I will prompt you to go to in the chat all night. It's going to be pinned. Vote for your favorite and stick around because at the end of the night, tonight, you will know who the fan favorite is. Now, this season, both the industry pick and the fan favorite are going to be receiving a gift certificate to Guitar Center to help further their artistic journeys. And when they advance to the showcase round, they will have the opportunity to win some very cool music gear courtesy of Sennheiser. Plus, brand new this season, we have partnered with Ross Dress for Less, who has all the name brands for less. I just love Ross. And they're going to provide our final two season 10 winners with $150 in Ross bucks. That's major. Listen, I'm obsessed with Ross, okay? As artists, we express ourselves through music, but how you dress really tells the story about who you are, on stage, even every day. It can be just as important as the music itself, building your artistry and showing people who you are. Check this out. Tonight, I'm dressed in Ross from head to toe. This outfit that you see here, this lime green, I have on some green pants to match. Okay. All of this came from Ross. As soon as I walked in the store, I was like, oh, this lime green, that's a yes for me. I got a little a lion pendant. I'm a Leo. This is from Ross. This ring is from Ross. These earrings, baby. Okay. Like these artists are going to get $150 at Ross. That's going to go a long way, especially with 20 to 60% off of department and quality specialty store brands all day, every day. Okay. So that is what our artists are in store to possibly win. So support by voting. And now, before we get started with the performances, let us meet our industry experts. Industry guests, please turn on your cameras. Let me brag about you guys a little bit. Come on in. I'm going to start talking about them. Diana, welcome. Diana Baez, Associate Director at RCA Records. Diana is a music business professional with 15 years of experience, specializing in music curation, strategic partnerships, music rights, and branding. Diana is the person among her friends who stops mid-conversation if she hears a song that she loves. She incessantly Shazams every great new song she hears. For her, there's very few pleasures like watching her favorite artist perform or seeing a new discovery artist for the first time. She sees it as a privilege working with artists to get their music exposed to loyal new fans. Diana, welcome.
Thank you so much. It's so amazing to be here and to check out this new talent for the next generation.
Yeah, we're super excited to hear you, to have you and to hear your feedback for these artists. So I want to ask you a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
What do you look for in a new artist, in new talent? Is there something specific that stands out to you when you see somebody new?
Yeah, I think for me, it all starts with the song. I mean, I naturally gravitate towards sound. So sonically, if something catches my attention, I do a double take. I think
Nice.
also the depths of the lyrics. So everything dependent from more of a singer-songwriter and how I'm able to connect with the storyline or just a great like dance beat with like fun lyrics for the dance floor. So it's that thing that's just well curated and crafted that makes me want to Shazam.
I love it. I love that it's about the music for you. That's super important. And sometimes I feel like that's a lost art form. So I love that that's like the passion about it for you. So I'm so excited to have you. I know the artists are as well. Stick around. We are going to meet our next expert. All right. Next, we have David Simony. David Simony began his career on stage as a signed musician, charting in Rolling Stone magazine, top 10, and opening for Metallica. In his early 20s, he was a runner at SoCal concerts and eventually worked his way up to tour manager and tour accountant for A-list artists like Lady Gaga and Lauryn Hill over a 10-year explosive career. He is now an author, keynote speaker, entrepreneur, former corporate executive, and expert witness in the live touring and event industries. His ebook and keynote address, Rockstar Networker, How to 10 Times Your Exposure in the Music Industry, has become a staple for thousands of music industry college students across the country. David, welcome.
What's up, Lydia Caesar?
What's up? We're so excited to have you. You've done so much.
Well, I get around, but you know what it is? I love music, everything about it.
Yeah, I actually just saw Lauryn Hill here in Atlanta. My friend sings backgrounds for her, so I got to go backstage and meet her, which was like a moment because like as an artist, Lauryn Hill is one of my greatest inspirations. So my question for you is going to be a little bit selfish. What was it like working for Lauryn Hill?
Lauryn Hill is highly demanding, as are, high caliber artists such as Gaga and everybody else. But, it just means that they have high standards for themselves and their artistry. But they expect that of their musicians, most importantly, first and foremost, of their background singers. There's a very high level of standard. And so that was no different than me. I took, almost 100 people all around Europe, from Dubai to the Arctic Circle. It was 4 a.m. and it was still light outside when we were doing an outdoor festival. So, we did everything. So working for her, I'll be very clear. She knew exactly what she wanted. And there was no guesswork. I knew exactly what I needed to do to make sure that her journey as an artist, and she was, at the time that I worked for her, she was 3 months pregnant with one of her sons from Rohan Marley. So, she was out there working and hustling, and she was pregnant. So, it added another layer of like, I want to make sure that we take care of this artist. And so it was quite a blessing and a joy to be able to spend that time and watch her creative genius work. Although a little bit unorganized and last minute at times, that's how it is. Very impulsive, but she was an incredible artist.
Yeah. And I love that. I love that what you said about just knowing exactly what she wanted. That's really important. A lot of times artists, especially when they're starting out, can be kind of like uncertain. And I think that's okay too, once until you find exactly what it is that you want. Because once you know what you want, no one's going to take advantage of you. No, you can't put the blame on anybody. You know what I mean? Because you're putting out there exactly what you want to receive back as an artist. So I think that's really, really important. And I think that's what separates the good from the great, that sense of just knowing this is what I want. This is how I want it to sound. This is how I want it to look. This is what the lighting should be like. This is what the backgrounds need to sound like. I think that that's really, really a great lesson to take away from her that our younger artists can really learn from too. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. You guys, we're going to have a great night. We have 2 amazing experts. You guys, I'm going to be calling on you all throughout the night. Don't hold your tongue. Give it to these artists raw, real, and we're going to have a good time. Thank you guys both. You may both turn off your cameras and I'll be calling you back out soon. All right, you guys, let's get this show started. But first, I just want to remind you that the chat is open. Leave a kind and encouraging word for these artists. You never know how far an encouraging word can go in a career like this. So let's keep it kind and positive in the chat. All right, coming to the virtual stage, we have our first performer. Everybody make some noise. Can't hear you, but I can feel that energy. Let's go. Cheer her on. Julia Chase, come on in. What is that, Julia Chase? Cheer them on. There's 2 here. So tell us a little bit about Julia Chase. What can we expect? Who are you?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm Julia Chase. This is my friend Ava. She'll be playing guitar. And I'm going to be singing one of my original songs called Blue that was recently featured on season 2, episode 10 of Ginny and Georgia on Netflix.
Period. Come on, Sync. Let's go. I love that.
And it's about, the domino effect of relationships and how when one person hurts you, sometimes, for better or for worse, that can translate into other relationships with those vulnerabilities.
Deep. I feel like it's going to be deep. Like I'm ready to get my popcorn, my tissues, all that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Well, I'm super excited. I'm sure the audience is as well. So without further ado, Julia Chase, take it away.
Thank you. No, he gives me reasons to feel again, but I can't feel anymore. I don't know why so many times I let you in. Now new boys walking out the door. I don't know if he been watching. All I know is they were talking. But I think it's kind of funny that he never called me honey when he cared, but you can. people blue. And I think it's 'cause of you. You taught me how to be mean. Now there's a wall between him and me. I don't want him to be blue. He is good in you. You taught me how to build between. Now there's a wall between him and me. You made me so sad I forgot my own name, and I just drank at the pain. My bottle is empty, it's just like my heart. You are falling apart. I don't know if he was hurting, but I know he don't deserve it, 'cause he cares, but you don't care. I keep making people blue, and I think it's 'cause of you. You taught me how to be mean. Now there's a wall between him and me. I don't want him to be blue. He is good in you. You taught me how to build between. Now there's a wall between him and me. Someone told me you've been crying. Well, I'm crying too. Just turn the page, I left that stage, boy. You and I are through. I'm still hurting, that's for certain. I got some ways to go. No more blaming, no more pain. I just want you to know. Oh, I just want you to know. Oh, I don't want you to be blue, 'cause I know she did it too. She taught you how to be mean, and that's what she did to me. I don't want him to be blue. He is good in you. You taught me how to build between. Now there's a wall between him and me.
Julia Chase, ladies and gentlemen, amazing. What a voice you have. It's
Oh,
like,
thank you.
it's beautiful. It's unexpected. Like you're like so young and your voice seems like so just polished and refined. I love that. It's such a surprise. And the songwriting was beautiful. I can totally visualize, I can see the sync potential that it has because it just paints such beautiful imagery. Excellent job.
Thank you so much.
Love that. You're welcome and congratulations on your placement. Let us get our industry experts in the room. Industry guests, you may now turn on your cameras. And Diana, we are going to start with you. Give Julia some feedback.
Sure. Thanks, Lydia. I just want to echo, Julie, want to echo Lydia's comment. There was such warmth, incredible, refined tone. I love how you went slightly up and then down, so it really took us on the journey. I agree, your voice seems much more mature for your person, so it's nice. It reminds me of another current artist who has that wonderful same essence, Taeyoung from BTS. It's just like unexpected and nice and just gorgeous. My question to you is, and I agree, the song is, I can definitely hear the syncability of it and the space that it allows to paint a picture. I'm curious to know, when you were writing this song, was it specific for, did you have TV in mind, or was it just really born from experience?
So honestly, it was more from experience. This was the second song that I ever wrote and recorded a few years back, and it just recently had its placement this year. So I wrote it back in my senior year of high school, actually, based on a past relationship.
Got it. Great. And I just wanted to just make one comment. Great, also playing by your friend. So congratulations as well. Just the one thing that I noticed, at times I felt like the mic was covering like half of your face. So I just wish that I could see you better. As you, because you had a lot of like emotion in your face. I just wanted to make sure to capture more of that, just something to know for the future.
Nice.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for that. All right, David.
Yeah, Julia, fantastic. What a hook. That blue is just so catchy. I mean, it's kind of like a Nora Jonesy vibe, but it's just got, you have just such a nice, just kind of tonality in your voice. I love it. It's such a good hook. I guess my quick question for you is, and I checked out your socials, by the way. Your YouTube is on point. Everything's great. The one thing I want to see from you, that's what my question is about, is 2 words, and it's my biggest advice: be prolific. I want to see and hear more from you. You know, over the last kind of few years, I sort of see like this song. I saw a song called The Sunrise, such a great song. I'd love to see you be really prolific. So my question is how often are you writing, and who do you write with?
Great question. Usually I write myself. I took a songwriting class during college. I actually recently just graduated. So during that time, I was writing like every day. Now it's kind of like a weekly thing. I'm super into journaling, so just doing that when I can as well, just to have ideas flowing. But yeah, I definitely agree with you. I think putting out more content more often and just like having my brain working more would definitely be beneficial.
And a quick follow-up, because we're short on time, but who do you write with? Do you ever collaborate in your songwriting?
I have before with past friends, but I haven't in the like recent few years.
So if I could give you one word of advice, especially in your genre, but it also has to do with networking, is really look to set up songwriting sessions. You can go to like open mics. I know here in LA or wherever you're based, they have open mic nights. Get together and go network with some other songwriters and do some songwriting sessions. The more prolific you are, because you know, we all know it comes down to the hook, right? And that song Blue has such a hook. What if you had 10 songs like Blue? What would your life look like? And so to get to that point, you got to write 200, 300, 400 songs. So you got to be just really prolific. That's my best advice for you. Great job, Julie. Keep it up.
Great.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Excellent. Great advice. Hope everyone's out there taking notes. If you came to see Julia, it is your turn to do your job. Head to that link that's pinned and vote, vote, vote so that Julia will be the fan favorite tonight. Julia, thank you so much for that amazing performance. Thank you to our industry experts. All of you may turn off your cameras. All right, you guys, we are moving right along. What a phenomenal way to kick off the evening. We are moving on to our next performer coming to the virtual stage. Marlo, not one time, but 2 times. Marlo, 2 times. Come on in. Welcome. We are so excited to have you.
How you doing?
Doing wonderful.
I'm excited to be here.
That's what's up. Tell us about a little bit about you and a little bit about what you're going to perform. Give us a, brag on yourself for like 20, 30 seconds.
I'm Marlo 2 times. I usually go by like Mac or I'm Heen, and I'm going to be performing a song called Shadows of my double single I just dropped, and the song Shadows and Illuminati on there.
I like double single. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like poetic in and of itself. Okay. What's your so the song is called Shadows?
Yes, ma'am.
And the double single, what's that about? Tell us about that real quick.
It's called Mac versus Heen, so it's like split personalities. You got Mac, the more aggressive side, and then Heen, which I'm performing Shadows, like the more vulnerable side.
Oh, like Sasha Fierce and Beyonce. Okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down. I love it. Well, I'm excited to hear this performance. I'm sure the audience is as well. So let me get out the way. Without further ado, Marlo 2 times. Give it to us, all right?
And I say, this pain. Shadows grow in the dark, and I can't let go. She got my heart, and I say, no more. I can't feel this pain from the top. Shadows grow in the dark, and I can't let go. She got my heart, and I say, no more. I can't feel this pain. Mac, I'm here. Mama keep crying, I'm trying to do better. Dreams about dying, Glock and Louis V leather. Gang ain't been sliding, just late night driving, narcotic supply, and hope I make it to heaven. My got cold on me, my wrist got froze on me, my heart beat slowly. One day they gon' notice, cut her off, she not focusing. One day she gon' know it seemed the one she chosen for. But in the dark is why I'm floating, cause it's keeping all my secrets. Don't wanna go outside, too many lanes, too many leeches. OG on my, been doing the dash for a good reason. Too many cases pinned it to Allah, I'm repenting all the love that I gave you, and now it's nothing to show. Every day I see why you would never have a lover. Been moving dolo these days, feel like my trust is broke. Unless it's GB or 3 of my only know the bros. I've been feeling nervous when she need my love. I've been feeling nervous when I don't take them drugs. I've been feeling nervous when the Glock can't come. I've been feeling nervous cause every day is something. I've been feeling nervous when she need my love. I've been feeling nervous when I don't take them drugs. I've been feeling nervous when the Glock can't come. I've been feeling nervous cause every day is some shadows grow in the dark, and I can't let go. She got my heart, and I say, no more. I can't feel this pain from the top. Shadows grow in the dark, and I can't let go. She got my heart, and I say, no more. I can't feel this pain. Mac, I'm here. Shadows grow in the dark, and I can't let go. She got my heart, and I say, no more. I can't feel this pain.
Loved. Well, first of all, here's what I love. I love that we're on Zoom. You're at home or wherever you are, and you performed like you made this whole situation your stage. You know what I'm saying? Like you belted it out, like you gave us your heart and soul. Like I love that hook as well. It's Zoom. I wish I could hear you better and be in the room and feel that energy, but you definitely brought it for all that it's worth, being a screen away. So congratulations to you on that. Let's get our experts in the room. You may both turn on your cameras. And we're going to start with you, David, this time. Let's get some feedback from Marlo 2 times.
Thank you so much. Marlo 2 times, man. Thank you so much, man. Just to be able to be in that living room and be able to just do your thing right there. That was great. Dude, that shadow, that is such a great hook, man. Such a good hook. Your rapping is on point. I think you got everything going for you, man. One thing that I would love to see is in that shadow, I'd love to see, I don't want to say like a guest vocalist, but like a contrasting something to help you contrast between the hook that's so strong and the verse, like some kind of melodic element. Maybe it's something that's a couple octaves higher, that's sort of done in a melodic way that kind of takes that vocal and kind of tweaks it a little bit. You play around with that. I'd love to see that hook come out more because it's a powerful hook. The second thing is I checked out your socials, and I looked around trying to find you, and there was, I think, another Marlo out there. So I would love to see you grab the social media presence, like get yourself up on YouTube. A lot of this stuff is free. It's easy to do. So I'd love you to maybe work a little bit harder on your social presence, because when I Google you or I look for you, I was finding other Marlos and I was getting kind of confused. So that was my second point. And then my third, where are my notes here? Just really focus, because your rapping is so on point and so authentic. What I'd love to see you do is think about those little 5 and 10-second hooks, and then thread those things every like minute through the song. And the more hooks you get, then you can thread this incredible rhythm, this incredible, like all these lyrics, the way you put it together. So just look for more hooks is I think my biggest advice from a production standpoint, because if you know that song that's been floating around, it's like Malapi, like ooh, like people don't know all the verse and all the lyrics and what the song means, but they're like Malapi, like everybody knows that, right? So
Right.
That's what I want to see from you, because that's what's going to break open the door from you, that little 5-second hook, and let everybody see your artistic genius.
Yeah, that's great advice. You know who's good at like the whole song is hooks? Drake is good at that. He has like, there's the hook, but then the verses, there's like 8 different lines that you'll see on people's statuses that you could take away as like little mini hooks too. So, and you definitely have the talent there where you could, that's like a cheat code, just a way to cheat the system a little bit. So I think that was great advice, David. All right, Diana.
Yeah, I wanted to say, Marlo, 2 times, what a great performance. I want to shout out the fact that you also, use that whole space to give a performance. What I really enjoyed about this was that the fact that I felt the deepness of your lyrics when you were starting to like MC, so that was incredible.
Yeah.
And I like that obviously whenever we're presenting just anything, our artistry, we get a little bit nervous, but I liked how you using your body and the space to really use that to your advantage. So I wanted to give you props on that.
Yes.
Some suggestions of the performance. You had some really meaningful lyrics. So I would have actually liked if you had like a little mic here so I could hear you a little bit better. So you could really, really convey each lyric. Just as David mentioned, listen, I'm not an artist, I don't create, so take this with a grain of salt, but allowing your listeners to grab onto something that we could like meaty, that we can like hold on to, super important. My question to you is twofold. One is, who are your musical inspirations?
My musical inspirations, like all time, I would say like Kendrick Lamar, Jay-Z, Biggie, and then I got some newer generations like ESTG and NBA YoungBoy and Kevin Gates.
Nice. No, I love that. Well, classic, always on my favorite list is also Kendrick Lamar. And he's somebody who I feel has been able to take the game, like his lyrical pen has just gotten improved so much. I'm sure you're still developing, and I'm sure your production, do you produce your own music?
Like for his instrumentals or like?
Yeah, like beats. Do you make your own beats?
No, I get beats. I got an engineer and a producer to do it.
Okay, cool. And this is more just like the things that I like, because obviously with where I work, we have a great roster of hip hop artists. And the one thing that always catches my attention to when I'm listening across is the beat is just different, right? Like you have something like super important to say, like a Kendrick Lamar, but like you notice as the evolution of his artistry, like the way that he plays with the beats. So it's like a really nice either companion or contrast to the lyrics. And I think, more and more taking the genre, but like twisting it a little bit and adding different elements, I think will really allow you to shine and have your own space. And the last thing I'll say, definitely, while, I think the art comes first, I think definitely leveraging like a TikTok, especially with your generation, is super important.
Yeah.
Very important.
Great job.
Get on social media and spit that talent over and over and over. Okay? You got to get on social media. All right.
Okay.
All right, you guys. If you are in the audience and you came to see Marlo 2 times, it is your turn to vote 2 times. Send the link to your friend. Vote. You never know. Marlo may be the fan favorite, called back to win more opportunities. So show up for him like he just showed up for you guys. Thank you so much, Marlo. That was great. You're super talented. And thank you to our industry experts for that amazing advice. All of you may now turn off your cameras.
Appreciate you.
Of course, of course. All right, you guys, we are almost halfway through the event. We hope you're having an amazing time. It's still not too late. Share that link out. Let's get this room nice and crowded. All right, you guys, coming up to the virtual stage, we have Olivia Rose.
Hi, Lydia.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
You are just darling. You're like gorgeous, adorable, like all the good things.
Thank
Your
you.
hat, Olivia Rose, huh?
Thank you. Yes, it's custom made hat. At El Chapeau on Instagram. They're amazing.
I love the branding. Super smart. So tell us, give us a little intro to who is Olivia Rose. Give us like 20, 30 seconds.
Yeah, for sure. Hi, everybody. Hi, judges, and hi, everyone in the comments. My name is Olivia Rose. I am from a very small town in Alberta, Canada. I'm a country music singer, songwriter, and recording artist. I have been doing this for over a decade, and I'm turning 24 at the end of the month. Songwriting for me is a huge deal because it's where I found my love for country music. I believe that storytelling is such an integral part of the genre that I'm in, and I am just writing and performing my heart out.
I love how she told us I've been doing this for 10 years, but I'm still a baby. Don't play me. Yes, I love that.
Thank you.
Excited to hear you perform, of course. Tell us about what you're going to be singing for us this evening.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm singing a song that I co-wrote with my buddy TJ Simpson. It's kind of funny where songwriting inspiration can strike sometimes. I wrote this during the pandemic, so I wasn't performing and wasn't going out as much. So I found myself kind of in a lull on the songwriting side of things. Until one night I was watching The Bachelor, and Pilot Pete sent this girl home, and she was bawling her eyes out on the way to the airport to head home. And this song clicked for me. It's called Interrupted.
Love it. All right. Well, without further ado, Olivia Rose, take it away.
Thank you. We were can't miss, first kiss, butterflies. We were dancing in the moonlight. That no try feels right from the start. So good, honeymoon face, getting flowers every Sunday. Just us against the world, babe, written in the stars. And you had my heart spinning forever, amen. Then the record scratched just like that. Speakers blew out, all went black. All you left was radio static. Music stopped, I can't rewind this time. Melody died. How did I get it so wrong? How are you the one that interrupted my love song? And just one night the roof caved. You took everything but the blame. How can you just walk away without skipping a beat? You had me believing we were endgame. Was that just a game you played? Had me thinking about your last name and let down on one knee. Well, I was happy singing forever, amen. Then the record scratched just like that. Speakers blew out, all went black. All you left was radio static. Music stopped, I can't rewind this time. Melody died. How did I get it so wrong? How are you the one that interrupted my love song? just like that. Speakers blew out, all went black. All you left was radio static. Music stopped. I can't rewind this time. Melody died. How did I get it so wrong? How are you the one that interrupted the record scratched just like that? Speakers blew out, all went black. All you left was radio static. Music stopped. I can't rewind this time. Melody died. How did I get it so wrong? How are you the one that interrupted my love song? Interrupted my love song. Ooh.
Come on, Olivia Rose. That was
Thank
so
you.
good. Amazing writing. I loved the writing. I just love, a good songwriting just like unfolds like a story, right? It just,
Mm-hmm.
and you get to that last like punchline of the hook, and it's like, ooh, you get the tinglies. Like, okay, that was buttoned up nice and neat. I think you did really great with that job, with that song and the wordplay and all the analogies and stuff like that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, and you look the part, you sound the part, you definitely have that star quality. So thank you for coming and showing up and sharing your gifts with us. So good.
Thank you for having me. I really
Of
appreciate it.
course. You're so welcome. Let's get our industry experts in. You two may come on in the room. Diana, we'll start with you
Hello.
this time.
Lydia, I couldn't agree with you more. Olivia, you definitely have star power. Like, I will reiterate, like, everything about like your presence, the branding. You seem very comfortable in front of a mic, in front of an audience. I want to commend you. Such a gorgeous tone, great songwriting. Huge fan of the performance, and I like the way that even though you use the mic, we could hear you obviously, but we felt you, and I could see you as you were expressing yourself. My question to you is the following, and David had mentioned this for the first artist is, so, and I love your IG. It seems to be very active. I can see that you're posting both like work things and then your life. And I think as a fan of artists, we all want to know a little bit about the artist, right? Which is fantastic. My question to you is, I'm looking at your Spotify. It seems like you've been releasing one single a year, 2015 till present, 2022. I suppose the question is, where can we listen to more, and what is your process in creating this music? Because you have something very special, and I think exactly this moment, I think you should be really leveraging that and having more to share with your fans.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much, Diana. I really appreciate all your wonderful feedback. Yeah, songwriting obviously is such a big part of what I do that I want to get it recorded. That's why on my Instagram and stuff, I try to share a lot of the new stuff that I'm writing. It really comes down to the financial side of it. Country recording, to make it good enough for radio, things like that, tends to cost quite a bit of money, especially up here in Canada. So I'm only just now starting to get into the grant side of things to hopefully get that ball rolling again, because I do not want to be releasing one single a year. That is not at all what I'm wanting to do currently. So like I said, songwriting is what I am most passionate about, along with putting together the whole vibe of everything, who I am, especially on my Instagrams. And I'm working on a grant right now to hopefully get back in the studio, looking at doing a short EP, something where I can collect 4 singles and release them kind of on a 2-month to 3-month basis, so that I have more to fill up the year. And I think I have the songs to do it. So.
Great. Just the last comment, and I wanted to also acknowledge that having music that's produced, obviously it's in a big investment, but to the point that you made, you sharing your music, even if it's through IG or TikTok, like you're reeling us in. So when you're ready, we're
Yeah.
going to be there. So great job.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, David.
Wow, Olivia, I gotta say I was blown away. I was getting, there's this Australian artist named Natalie Imbruglia who wrote a song called Torn, and I was getting those vibes,
Classic.
right? And
Okay.
and that's the power of songwriting, and you've got it. You are A level. Man, there's so much I want to say to you. I feel like you should just hit me up after on Instagram. We'll just have a call. But here's the deal, okay? You got to get out there. You know, I managed a Canadian artist for a while. Her name was Christy Thirsk, and she sang with Sarah McLachlan in a project called Delirium, close friend of mine. And she was doing the grant thing and financial thing. Here's the beauty with social media. Literally, I don't know if you follow people like Teddy Swims and stuff like that, but just you and an acoustic guitar doing what you just did, literally you could go viral. You can get followers. You don't even need to go in a studio. Forget all that. I mean, I'd love to hear the non-acoustic version of that track, because I'm already like thinking about how great it was. I want to hear more of it. But you got to be prolific. You got to get yourself out there. The second thing is, man, social media. I mean, Dana nailed it. It's like, and Lydia, everybody's saying this, but like when I looked you up, just keeping it real, keeping it, 100, I found a YouTuber with your name, right? With like all these followers. And that's what I found. And I was like, is this her? Like it says mom of 3, I'm 23. And I was like, wait, this can't be her. So I'm like, you got to get yourself out there. You got to get a team together and let it be friends or let it be you. But I have so much I want to tell you, but here's my biggest question. And there's a country song with this same name. You'll have to look it up after this. How bad do you want it? That's my question.
Yeah.
This is all I've wanted since I could speak. So I want it pretty freaking bad.
Okay, so listen, if you truly are not just words popping here through a screen and through my ears, if you truly mean it with your heart, you got to 10x it, girl. You got to go all in. Network like crazy. Get yourself out there. Do little clips, do short form video, do reels, get on the platforms, get your name out there, because I feel like you have this gift that you need to show the world. And man, when I was just looking around trying to find your socials and going through stuff, I was like, I don't know. The on one
Yeah.
song.
That's why I do go by Olivia Rose Music on socials, because Olivia Rose is my legal first name. It's not a stage name. And there is other Olivia Roses out there. So if you do type Olivia Rose Music, I do have an IG certified check mark and all that stuff. But I do have issues with that on other places, especially the streaming services.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, there's workarounds, and you know, it's your career. It's not anybody else's. So you got to do what you got to do to put yourself up there in the Google searches and in all the platforms. So we can talk offline more, but definitely great job. Blown away.
Thank you, David.
Yeah, no, I love that. And I love that you guys will connect. I think that's important. If you're in the audience and you came to see Olivia Rose and this amazing performance she just gave us, head to the link in the chat. She may be the fan favorite if you do your part to get her there. Olivia, you did a phenomenal job. Super excited for your future. Thank you so much for that performance and
Thank you.
All of the feedback from our industry experts. All three of you may turn off your cameras. We are moving right along. We got 2 more. All right, coming to the virtual stage. Make some noise wherever you are. Start clapping for Arden Alexa. Come on in.
Hello.
Arden. Hi. We have just a plethora of just raw, real talent here. We have another guitar player. Arden, give us a quick 20, 30-second bio. Who are you?
Well, hello. My name is Arden Alexa. I am a San Francisco-based singer-songwriter. Like Olivia, who was amazing, I have been singing and writing since pretty much before I can remember. And it just has become like my therapy, my favorite thing to do, like my only hobby. And then when I graduated high school, I was like, let's make it my job too. So
nice. Love that.
Yeah, so here we are.
Excited to hear you. So tell us about your song. What are you going to sing for us?
Okay, so to be fully honest, I wrote this song after like I had a real existential crisis.
Okay,
It was
okay.
I wrote it on my 19th birthday, which was a couple months ago, and I like, it was my last birthday as a teen, was having a crisis about being old. And
About being old.
I know. It's like it's not real, but
Hilarious. Super. I love it. But go ahead.
but yeah, so and everyone was saying, "Oh, you're so young." Like what you just said.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so young and you'll have so many things that you'll do when you're older. So, took all of those things and wrote this song called When You're Older.
Nice. I love it. Because you know what? Listen, if you're breathing out here and looking fabulous, you're young. But you actually young. I can't
That's
wait.
what they all say. I don't buy it though.
Well, I listen, and that's a legitimate feeling at I feel like every stage, because we're all young to somebody, right? It's
Yes.
all relative, right? So I'm excited to hear this song. I know it's about to be super relatable. So but let me get out the way. Arden, Alexa, take it away.
Okay. They say you'll get it when you're older. Not sure what it is, but it's giving me the cold shoulder. They say your time is coming soon. Just hold on, just keep being you. Well, that's easier said than done. It's almost dark, and I'm still sitting in the park alone. They tell me I should just walk home. They don't know I'm not ready to go. I'm looking for something that's not real, someone who's not here, something that disappeared. I'm looking for something that doesn't exist through all I'm getting tired of it. I have to tell you, I wish I could stay young forever, not get tired of waiting for something better. Nights that I spent staring at the sky taught me it doesn't get better. It doesn't get better than this. It doesn't get better than this. I think I'm gonna throw up from what my friends put in my cup. Didn't ask, we drink just so that we feel young. Cause when you're old, you can't do things this dumb. We can try, but soon we'll go off on our own. Group texts and messages gone cold. Swing sets and playgrounds will be long gone. No one knows the kind of peace is all I want. I'm looking for something that's not real, someone who's not here, something that disappeared. I'm waiting for something that doesn't exist through all I'm getting tired of it. I have to tell you, I wish I could stay young forever, not get tired of waiting for something better. Nights that I spent staring at the sky taught me it doesn't get better. It doesn't get better than this. 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 And they say you don't have to have everything figured out, then turn around and say that you should get a job now. And then they'll keep the pictures of how you grew and tell you that they miss that version of you. Oh, version of you. I have to tell you, I wish I could stay young forever, not get tired of waiting for something better. Nights that I spent staring at the sky taught me it doesn't get better. It doesn't get better than this. It doesn't get better than this. It doesn't get better than this. It doesn't get better than this.
Woo! Arden, Alexa, I loved that. It really, listen, it's giving like early Taylor Swift, and I mean that in like in the best way. Some
Believe
artists.
me, I take that as a compliment.
Okay, good,
100% a
good,
compliment.
good. Because I meant it like I know artists, we don't like being compared all the time, but I mean that in like a really, really good way. Like the playfulness of it, the whole energy, like it was very honest and believable. It just how she's just like girl next door. It gave me that, and that's the energy that I get from you. Like we could be friends, we can kick it, even though we're like. We're years apart, but we can still kick it. I still feel like closely connected, you know? That's with that. That's what great songwriting can do. Excellent, excellent job. Let me get these experts in, industry experts. Come on in. All right. David, let's start with you.
All right, Arden, Alexa, that was fantastic. You have a great presence. What I love the most about this performance is your confidence, man. I don't even think you looked at your guitar one time.
Yeah.
You got a posture. You're like right there. You're looking at the camera. It was a true performance. And that comes with, obviously you've had years of practice to be able to develop your craft. So that's number one, incredible performance. Number two, your socials are so great. I checked out your branding and your videos and your YouTube, totally on point. So great job with that. Keep doing more of it. Keep doing the shorts. Keep putting the best of the best out there. The little hooks, the little clips, those parts in your song where somebody says, "Oh, I love that bridge," or "Oh, I love that chorus is just, I keep singing that." Grab those into those little 15-second clips and put all that stuff out. Always put your best foot forward. And number three is really just, the question that I have for a lot of people is, who do you write with and how often are you writing songs? I'd love to know that.
Yes. So I will say currently I'm following the Ed Sheeran method of doing a song a day. So I am writing a lot. I mean, I can't say how much of it is good, but I'm writing it. It's there. So I'm definitely writing a lot. I would love to get into some more co-writing for sure. So I'm planning on traveling a bit this summer. So definitely going to get to Nashville, LA, get some of those co-writes going for sure. Cause I mean, the Bay Area, there's some artists, but not as many, I think, as those other places. So I definitely, I write a ton, but would definitely love to keep growing the co-writing for sure.
Love it. Well, that's what I would just encourage. And as you're writing, really just, it's funny because when songwriting becomes like a job, you're like, oh, I just, you want to go from inspiration, but a lot of times it's setbacks and things in your life that go different that provide your greatest inspiration. But I just really want you to think about those little catchy melodies that come in. It just comes down sometimes to one chord change or a little progression that just gets in people's mind, and make sure that when that comes to you throughout the day, that you record it, that you don't leave it locked in your brain, because if you lose it after 5-10 seconds, you may never remember it again. So just really try to get that hook, try to write as much as you can and co-write, and don't worry so much about the format of the song, the verse, the chorus, the this, the that. Just look for just a catchy melody. It doesn't even have to be a word progression. It can just be one word said in the right way. Yeah. And just keep looking for that gold. Keep writing. Keep being prolific. And in that process, you'll find those pathways to open up, your career in that way. So great job. Blown away.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, David. Diana?
Yeah. I wanted to tell you a wonderful performance. I mean, check everything. I have to tell you, your socials, I agree with David, also on point. I was looking at your IG and I was like, oh my God, like you're somebody who I was like, what is she up to? So I would like look you up just to see how you're living your life. And I think that's part of creating interest. But at the heart of what you're doing, I agree with Lydia. It is giving me early Taylor Swift vibes. There's a freshness to your tone. There is crispness. I love the way exactly of how you were presenting yourself, and you just captivated the audience. I'm curious to know, as of right now, what kind of artist do you want to be?
That's a great question. Wow, that's a great question. I mean, as you can probably tell, like performing is definitely my love and definitely my comfort zone. So, a performing artist is definitely my dream, and of performing my own music. And genre is something that I try not to honestly label myself too specifically, because I think that kind of like limits it, and I try to just like write whatever the vibes are happening. So I try to be open, to all genres, and just really kind of stick to myself. And I kind of like gave myself I kind of gave myself 2 words to go by. I don't know if I'm allowed to say one of them though, because it has an explicit. So I'll just say bubbly and like awesome. So I tried to
Spell the other one. Spell the other one.
Like bad. I don't know.
Itchy?
No,
Itchy to be?
yeah.
Okay.
Or no, sorry. No, not bitchy.
Ah!
Sorry.
And she says it.
Sorry. I don't know if I'm sorry. I don't know.
It's okay.
I don't want to.
Don't worry. It's okay.
Okay. But anyways, so I try to follow those 2 words kind of just with everything that I'm doing. So, yeah.
Oh, I know what it is. Bad bootied. There it is.
There we go.
Okay. I'm gonna get this. What is it? No, that's great. That's
Thank
a great.
you.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So listen, Arden Alexa just gave us a great performance. If you're in the audience and you came to see Arden, head to the link that is pinned in the chat and vote. We're going to find out who their fan favorite is right after this next artist. So if you want it to be Arden, you have to get in there and vote right now. Arden, that was phenomenal. It was great talking to you. And thank you, industry experts, for all your feedback. All of you may turn off your cameras. All right, you guys, it's 9:02. We're not trying to hold you much longer. Well, that's Eastern time. I'm not even going to try to translate right now, because I'm going to call in our final artist of the night, Neska Rose. Come on in. Neska Rose. Hey, welcome. Quick, 20-30 seconds. Tell us who you are.
All right, so my name is Neska Rose. I just turned 17. I'm a singer, songwriter, and actress. And this is Libby Rose, my twin sister. We usually sing together, but she did lose her voice. So we're going to be doing the solo songs that we do in our shows. We perform at venues like Hotel Cafe on a regular basis. And we're currently recording some music with producer David Greenbaum. And yeah, this is my song called China.
Nice. Young girls getting to the money. I love it. All right. Without further ado, Neska Rose, take it away.
Do you remember when we were in China? Your back was like a forest navy. Guess you didn't understand. You said, stop making it long. I guess I had to break both hands. Now you're gonna know more. I deject. Why does one have to fade slowly? Stand by, compress. My family's getting so lonely. was Navy. Do you remember when we were in China? You're the only man. You're the only man. You were the only man I wanted to be held by. I wanted to be held by. I wanted to be held by. Simply let you to the end. There's a silver screen between us. I didn't tell you what I fell for. It was supposed to be unknown. I deject. Why do you have to fade slowly? While I compress, my family's getting so lonely. Do you remember when we were in China? Your back was like a forest navy. Do you remember when I was a baby? I wanted to hold you back, forest navy.
Nesca Rose. Ooh, so different. You are in a class of your own. Like I can't even really compare you to anybody because you just sound like you. It's passionate, very intense. I loved it. I literally loved it. It was very unique and memorable. I will never forget that performance. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Let me
That
get our
was
industry
fun.
experts in. Of course, you're so welcome. I totally mean that. Industry experts, come on in. Diana, we're going to start with you.
Yeah, I have to tell you, I really enjoyed that because it was exactly that. It was very singular. It seemed like I couldn't identify with anybody else currently. Although I'm curious if Fiona Apple is of influence.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, so
Yes.
I was like, okay, I can see where this is coming from. I love it, and I'm just curious. I mean, that seemed like a very mature song for being young age. Where was the inspiration?
Well, I wrote this song for my grandpa. And yeah, it's just basically about evoking all the memories we shared together. He passed away this year, so this is a letter for him.
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
You're
What a
welcome.
beautiful way to commemorate him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of promise here, and continue to do the job. And I love that you know you're present. You perform that in a manner in which was seemed very unique, very you,
Yeah.
and great as well to your sister playing the keys.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. That was a good reference, Fiona Apple. I get a little Alanis too, and Lana Del Rey a little bit also, but still in a class of your own at the same time.
I love all those artists.
Awesome. All right, David.
Yes, absolutely. Nesca Rose, that was great performance. I really love your passion. It's clear that you were writing, about something personal. What was the name of the song, by the way?
It's called China.
Yes.
Okay, great. I was trying to pick up on that. Yeah, it's funny, Diana, that when you mentioned Fiona Apple, because I was getting a Criminal vibe. I was like, yes, let's go. Actually, truth be told, prior to this, night, I went down in a little rabbit hole of Nesca Rose, and I just I drilled down through all of your socials, your YouTube channel, and I was checking everything out, and I watched your videos. Clearly, you guys have, production behind you. You guys have incredible recordings. Your branding, your videos are so fun and so great. I mean, whoever's behind your project, you can tell it's well funded and well put together. So you're very lucky. A lot of artists don't have the opportunity that you have to be able to have that behind you. So my point of questioning for you guys is one is like, are you both in this together? In other words, you guys are pursuing this together, or is it mainly you, Nesca, or how's that work with the dynamic?
Yeah, I would say we're pursuing this together. We're doing all our gigs together, and usually Libby would harmonize with me. And there are a lot of songs that we do write together. This one specifically, I wrote by myself. But I guess a good way to kind of put it is like Billy and Phineas, that they kind of do all their gigs together. But yeah, it's an act together, yes.
I love it. So for me, my first kind of thing was when I was looking for you guys the whole time for 15 minutes, I thought you were Nesca Rose. That's what I thought. And so if there's any confusion, if I'm not the first one, but the way you could maybe put a hyphen or like a slash, and it's like Nesca / Rose, or I'm not sure how you could get creative, but I'd love to know that you're a duo. And I don't want to look at you, no offense to you, but I don't want to look at you and hear your voice and think that Rose is an afterthought. It wasn't until I was like, I even wrote down in my notes, I'm like, are you a duo? Who's the other girl? And I feel like I want to see both of you guys forward. Yeah, I worked with a band called Hanson back in the day, and it was like brothers, right? And you guys, if you're sisters and stuff, I'd love to see you guys kind of putting both of you guys equally forward, because your harmonies are like on point and so great. So yeah, I look forward to following your career, and shout out for being 17 and just out there crushing your dreams.
Crushing it.
Thank you. I mean, it's all kind of a family project. What you're seeing on YouTube, it's kind of like we do it in the family, and that means a lot. And also, my name is Nesca Rose, and Libby is Libby Rose. So it's kind of like how PJ Harvey used to be a band at the beginning of her career, I would say it.
Okay. Totally. And I love PJ Harvey, by the way. I've seen her live. So cool. Very cool. Whatever works for you guys and you're happy with is great. Keep it up. Great work, guys.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It was nice meeting you.
Of course. Nesca Rose, you guys. Give it up for them. It is time to vote, because this is it. I'm going to do a little bit of an ending spiel talking about what we have coming up. And as soon as I'm done, we're going to announce who wins so that you guys have time to put in your votes for Nesca Rose. She's last, so you have to go extra hard, because the other artists had all that time to rack up the votes. So you guys better show up for Nesca Rose, y'all. I'm playing with y'all. All right. Thank you so much. That was a phenomenal performance.
Thank you, Lydia.
So welcome you, Nesca Rose, may turn off your cameras. Industry experts, stick around really quickly, because I have one last question for you guys before we leave. We ask all the industry experts this question. Super simple. If you can give one word of advice, not just one singular word, but one tip, the single most important piece of advice that you could give to an artist just starting out, or maybe an artist that's long in their career, whatever it is, what is that one word of advice, that main tip that you would give? And whoever wants to go first.
Sure, I will start. I tend to focus a lot on like the person and the humanity, because I think everything derives from that. So having said that, I think know your why for every decision that you're making about your artistry.
Know your why. Excellent tip. Big. That's big, guys. Write that down. Know your why. Why are you here? Why are you doing this? It always comes back to that. All right, David.
Absolutely, Diana, I agree with that. I mean, you got to lead with your heart, and so much of songwriting has to do with your heart and your emotions. And, it's like, it's art is what it is. And so leading with your heart and your why is important. Having been a front man as well, and also on the industry side of the business, touring and spending a lot of time with artists, I've been able to kind of really dig deep into what gets them and why they've been successful. And, I wish I could, give you tons of advice, but my biggest advice for any artist is that no one will do it better than yourself in terms of your promotion. No one's going to do it better than you. So I believe that networking is the key to success. And I wrote a whole ebook about it. It's called How to 10X Your Networking in the Music Business. You can download it at rockstarnetworker.com. It's free, doesn't cost anything, and it will help you jumpstart your career. And I hope you guys will check it out.
Awesome. I love free game, y'all. You better go download that. Diana, David, this has been an honor to have you guys with us. You guys are family, Open Mic Fridays family now. That all of your feedback was great. Thank you. Thank you. We cannot thank you enough. Appreciate you both. You may both now turn off your cameras. All right, guys. An incredible evening celebrating the next generation of creativity, artists, all that good stuff right here on Open Mic Fridays. Thank you so much for joining us on our show. Every 2 weeks we're here, so we will be back the week after next, bringing you another stellar lineup of fresh new talent. If you would like to perform at Open Mic Fridays, the link is now in the chat. If you see me checking my phone, it's because I am looking for the fan favorite. Okay, awesome. I have got the fan favorite. Marlo 2 Times is our fan favorite. Congratulations. You will be receiving a gift certificate from Guitar Center, and you will be advancing to our fan favorite showcase that's taking place in August. Once again, my name is Lydia Caesar. It is my absolute pleasure to host Music Forward Open Mic Fridays. Find me on Instagram at Miss MISS Caesar, CAESAR. Thank you so much for joining us. Peace.